Alright, hello children, it's Pastor Matthew here for our Children's Praise video this week. I'm glad to be able to have this time with you. I hope these videos are really encouraging for you and they make some sense. We have some good illustrations and images to bring some truth out. So today I want to talk about friendship, and I know you probably have a friend or two in your life. Obviously your mom and dad and any brothers or sisters are going to be good friends. Your mom and dad a little bit more than a friend, they're also your parents, so they're not necessarily always saying yes and giving in to everything you want to do. And that's what makes them good parents and not just friends. But a friend is also somebody who might say no to you or might be difficult sometimes. But that means it could mean because they really care about you. So let's talk about friendship and think about it in the same way that we relate to God or Jesus. That Jesus is our friend. So here's a first verse I want to look at is Proverbs. Proverbs 17:17 says this about friendship. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. So a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. That means that a friend is someone who actually sticks to you closer than anyone else. So for example, let's look at this picture. This is what a picture of friendship could look like. You see a bunch of kids here, and they're all holding hands, and they're obviously playing a game or something, but they probably all know each other. They probably know each other's names, and they're probably related to each other in some way. Maybe they're related to each other through school or some type of church program or some type of gym or sports program, but they all are aware of each other and they're friends, right? And you need this. We need this. You see how their arms are locked together? Maybe you have a few friends in your life, maybe even with the kids right now in the room with you. You guys could all go out in the gym and you could hold hands like this and run around in circles and hold together and be close to each other and keep each other in arm's distance. That's good friendship, right? Um, but this is even something more remarkable about friendship is it's just two people. So when you look at this picture, you might have 5 or 6 friends that you know pretty well, right? But you can't know everybody really well. You can't have your best friend. By definition, you can't have 5 best friends. You have to have a best friend, one who is closer than you and all the other friends. And so this is kind of what it looks like to have a best friend. It's you and someone else, 2 people. And notice here, like, see how their arms are locked together? That's a symbol of being close, like being together through thick and thin, people say, through better or for worse, in the good times and in the bad times. So it's really valuable in this life if you can find somebody who can be that kind of friend to you. It's not that easy to find sometimes, to find really good friends. So when you find one, it's really important. That's why that proverb said, "A friend loves at all times," and a friend is also there for adversity. That is, adversity is something that's not good, something that's not fun. That's usually when you find out where your real friends are, because real friends stick with you when things are good or bad, when you're doing good or when you're doing bad. But only certain friends will stay only for when things are good or when they can get something out of you. So now I want you to think about Jesus, and that's why we did all this, so you could think about Jesus as your friend. Here's John 15. This is where Jesus talks about friendship. He said, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that somebody lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what his master is doing." And this is what it says at the end of the verse. "But I have called you friends, for all that I have heard from my Father I have made known to you." So there's Jesus saying what he did on the cross, and here what he was about to do on the cross, was because he's truly defining what friendship is. That when we are sinful and dirty and wrong and broken and dejected is a big word. Just we're not really lovable. We're not really enjoyable. When you're on your worst day, that's when Jesus says, especially then, in that form of what the proverb says is adversity, something that's hard. That's when Jesus says that he is your friend, that he went to the cross for you, so that he would die for you and so that you would live. And that he holds on to you, kind of like this picture where he holds on to you with his arm. He holds on to you really tight, it doesn't let you go. And that's when he says, in that context, in that way, he says, I'm your friend. I'm holding on to you and not letting you go. So I want you to think about that when you come to understand more of who Jesus really is. And realize that of all the friends you have, this is the one friendship that really matters. This is your best friend, Jesus Christ, who holds on to you. He's always with you. When you pray or seek him, he is there. And you can't say that about everybody else. You can't say that about all your other friends. They might leave you, they might forget you, and they might hurt you. But Jesus is the one that can hold you for better or for worse, even through adversity. So think about that and talk about that with your teachers today. And I'll see you next week.